How did Beetlejuice become the ghost with the most? While the original movie avoided filling in his history, the new sequel finally looks back at how he got to the afterlife. Warning, spoilers for Beetlejuice ahead. Michael Keaton gave one of his funniest and best performances in 1988's Beetlejuice. With less than 20 minutes of screen time, the actor managed to become one of the most memorable characters of all time, an icon in both comedy and horror. 36 years later, in the film's long-awaited sequel, Beetlejuice, he does it again. The bioexorcist and trickster demon of the title is a scheming, mischievous, and occasionally menacing character, obsessed with escaping the afterlife, and he's also more than a little lustful.
Let me ask you something. Is this relationship really solid? Do I have a shot at her at all? Excuse me. Sure.
That's pretty much all we know about the character, and honestly, that's all we really needed to know to understand his vibe in Tim Burton's dark circus of twisted ghosts and Saturn sandworms. But we had to get a little more in the sequel, right? With Burton back in the director's chair for Beetlejuice, he indeed took the time to fill in some of the character's backstory. In fact, Beetlejuice 2 reveals one of the biggest mysteries surrounding the striped-suited madman.
My ex-wife is back.
The new film not only reveals how the Juice died, but also reveals his original human form. That's thanks to a classic Italian cinema-styled flashback in the style of Mario Bava's gothic 1960 horror film Black Sunday, complete with grainy black and white footage and subtitles translating Italian dialogue. Black Sunday takes place during the Black Plague, so one could assume that Keaton's Beetlejuice was living in the 1630s. In the flashback, Beetlejuice is a poor grave robber, stealing items from the bodies of the many people dying from the plague. We get to see him without the pale skin, blackened eye sockets, and moldy flesh, though he still has that wild hair. While sneaking around the graveyard, he encounters his wife-to-be Dolores, and it's love at first sight. The two have a whirlwind romance, and Beetlejuice thinks he's got his life cut out for him with his newfound love until she poisons him with what he thought was a celebratory glass of wine on their honeymoon. It turns out that Dolores was the leader of a mysterious death cult, and she only used Beetlejuice as a human sacrifice. We're not shown how Dolores eventually died, which would have been interesting since she ended up cut up into several pieces and stored in individual crates somewhere in an afterlife office. When, how, and why did she become a soul sucker? We have no idea. But that's not the only mystery still left to solve. Even though Burton reveals a big piece of Beetlejuice's origin story, we still don't know how he became a bioexorcist or trickster demon. He's not like most of the dead people in the afterlife, so what brought him to this strange position? Perhaps that's something that can be answered in Beetlejuice 3, but since this sequel took 36 years to come together, you may not want to get your hopes up for that just yet.